Probably close to 300,000.
Keep your f***ups to yourself.
Let's print this bitch.
Real moment of truth.
It makes me so supremely happy to have a project file called AK-50 on my laptop. You have no idea.
So 6 months ago, I made the announcement that I was taking applications for a project that I was calling Brass Valley.
I wanted to do like a kind of a fun play off of Silicon Valley, but for the gun world, so Brass Valley.
3 months and over 700 applications later, I had handpicked a team of 6 skilled and driven young guys from around the country to fly out and work together with me on a handful of things, including some top secret design projects we've been working on.
Stage 1 of getting to North Carolina begins. Just hop off the plane. We did it. All right.
The purpose of Brass Valley is simple. See, I remember being a young guy trying to make my way into the industry. And ever since, I've had a hunch that there are lots of capable people who could be doing great things in firearm development, but are never given the opportunity simply because of their age. That's where Brass Valley comes in. I want to try to give them that opportunity.
This needs way more cheese.
I'm an amateur self-taught gunsmith from California who is going to school for mechanical engineering and machining.
But it wasn't just about skill set.
I've been doing an internship with a tool and die maker. I know how to do some CAD.
I was in robotics for 5 years and I was a machinist for 2.
I was also looking for guys who had that kind of passion to create new stuff and push boundaries. That same kind of fire that I had when I first started on the AK-50 project.
I really hope, career-wise, to get into firearms research and development.
Honestly, I enjoy designing firearms too much.
But don't get me wrong, I intentionally chose candidates that had a wide range of skill sets and backgrounds.
I'm studying aerospace engineering at Wichita State University. Right now I have an internship where I do a lot of design work.
Now bring all of that together in one place for 2 weeks. I had no idea what the hell was gonna happen, but whatever it was, I knew it was gonna be kind of special. And to kick everything off, I knew we had to start their gun design journey the same place I started mine.
Guys, this is Chris Baker. This is basically my mentor for all the gunsmithing stuff. He taught me everything I know about working a mill and a lathe, which is not a whole hell of a lot, but...
Well, you try.
Yeah, I try. What I know, he taught me, so if I f it up, it's his fault. But these are the candidates.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm Ryan.
Ryan?
I'm Trevor.
Trevor?
Josh.
Josh.
Zach.
Zach? Good to meet you.
Caleb.
Caleb?
Eric. Good to meet you guys. Now, I'm not going to remember your names. I can't remember my own kids' names, and they live with me. So, I guess y'all want to see it, huh?
Yeah. This right here is the V1. This was the monster that's been running up until now. So, it still works.
When we first built this gun, we didn't know if what we were building was going to even work. We had no idea. So, we had to build the gun, get this barrel to fit into that barrel extension, and then just test fire it to see if it's gonna blow up.
Now we have a pretty fixed point of reference.
Right.
So we know what it's supposed to do, what it's not supposed to do, and we know roughly how to get there.
Right. Gotcha. This was a design that we came up with that kind of replaced this, because when this got fucked up, we realized that this carrier is completely useless now. All right, and we wanted something that could just simply take out and replace and not have to replace all of this.
What we haven't been able to machine out yet is the interface between the bolt and the bolt carrier. On a traditional AK, you have your cam groove. What that does, obviously, is rotate the bolt and cams it so that it can lock, unlock, and function through the receiver normally.
That lug is the exact same size as a standard AK-47 lug.
Which, that's a lot, that's just a lot of force and pressure on that one part. So what we're trying to come up with is talk about doing a roller bearing. So a roller on the cam groove so that instead of impacting one side to the point where it deforms and starts to gall and all sorts of problems that we had with this one, it's constantly hitting on a different side. It rolls past. It's a lot better at absorbing stress, really.
Once we get this camming lug done, we could fire this gun. Do you want to take it or do you want to pass it on?
I want to take it.
Attaboy!
Woo! Oh man.
You go next.
Oh.
Now that the candidates had gotten a chance to handle the AK-50 up close and in person, it was time to let them know about their first real challenge. So if you guys were paying attention in Chris's shop, I made it kind of a point to talk about the cam lug, cam groove problem. Me and Chris already have an idea of what we were going to do. We know what we're going to do on the prototype, and we talked about what we're going to do on the final production gun. What I want to see is what you guys think about the interaction between those three dimensions, and see if you know where to place that cam roller on the bolt, how far to cut the bolt back to make that work with that carrier, with those dimensions, and how that cam groove is going to work and what kind of angles you guys are going to use. So that's going to be relying a lot on standard AK knowledge, so I've got one for you guys to reference. It's going to be relying on a lot of how the V1 worked, which is why I brought that to reference, and a lot of the dimensions off the V5 prototype, which is why I'm holding it. So here's where the fun begins. I'm splitting you guys into two teams. So actually, this is nice. This half of the room, you guys are on a team. This half of the room, you guys are on a team, and no sharing notes. You're going to be using your CAD references off of this bolt here and that bolt carrier. You guys have 48 hours to roughly figure this out. So there's the challenge. The candidates have to create and 3D print a functional cam groove and cam lug for the AK-50 V5 prototype in under 48 hours. We had a bitch of a time of it ourselves when we did it originally, so it was really fun getting to see those guys work on it and see that I was not crazy. It was genuinely actually hard, which you guys will be watching next Monday, because we're gonna try to roll out these episodes of Brass Valley every Monday for at least the next 3 Mondays. We'll see, we're still just kind of working on it and seeing how the series develops. I'm excited to see what you guys think of this episode 1 of Brass Valley. The project kind of means a lot to me, so I'm excited to see what you guys think about it, and if this is a success and this is something you guys want to see more of, we will absolutely be doing it again. But I definitely want to hear you guys' feedback, what you're thinking of it so far as it progresses, because if this is something that is a success and you guys want to see more of it, we will absolutely do this again. That's all I got for you now, guys. Next Monday, episode 2 of Brass Valley, don't miss it. And of course, couldn't forget it, I'll see you sexy mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.